it seemed, for someone who'd been watching you, yeah, it seemed like you had got yourself to a point where, in terms of like the comedy that we had in the UK, you was like at the top of that.
Yeah.
Everyone that knew comedy here was Kojo, and then there was everyone else doing their thing or whatnot, yeah. Did you feel that? Did you feel that at one point? And then also, when it was like that, looking back, yeah, did you have a point in your career where it was like, shit, okay, like it's a bit stagnant now. Like, what am I going to do the next thing? Because see, like with Corks, as you said, yeah, you've had Corks going on for a long time or whatever. You've been doing that for time. You're doing shows and stuff like that. But I think as a creative, when you've been doing things for a long time, there does become a stage where it's like, okay, cool, people know me for this. But like, I feel like I need to do something else because like I'm seeing more people over here and everyone seems to every year be progressing. Whereas I'm just kind of here, sort of at the top of a scene, but I'm not, there's not a next thing though.
It's, you would more likely see progression from a Luau Deng than you would LeBron James.
Word.
Because the LeBron James keeps winning. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? In every aspect of winning. Yeah, he's the star. So where's the progression? Where's the progression for Ronaldo and Messi, really? They're going to have to fly. They're going to have to fly, bro. Yeah, because they're light years ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, but can you have that perspective when you're in it? Because I feel like it's hard. Like, we could say this, but I know that had happened to me. I definitely, like, I would know, like, I could say this now and I could articulate that now, but at the time, I definitely would have felt at one point like, fuck, man. Like,
I knew I was ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
You have to remember, I was the only one going to New York. So I'm seeing 30 years ahead of where we are. Then I'm coming back. The Corks only began because I went to New York. Everyone else knows how to put on a comedy show. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
But how to put on a comedy show. Or how to put on one that people care about. Also, everyone that came to Corks weren't comedy goers. They were ravers.
Yeah.
They were ravers. You wouldn't see them at other comedy shows. They were people that I was raving with. I got them into comedy. I always knew that I was always ahead of when things were getting stale. When they got boring for me, that was probably a year before everyone else. So I'd always do different things. You know, I don't know if you remember, we used to do like blind date game shows.
Yeah, of course.
So you're talking about a black audience and like with Roadman, I ain't doing this joke. So I can tell a man from South to come and get involved in the blind date game show, bro. But the first time I said that we can't do it this week, the whole room went,
Yeah, pissed.
From that, remember I was doing fancy dress parties.
Shit, yeah.
I used to do my theme parties.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that
I never
energy-
went to any of them though.
So that's that energy.
Play was doing those as well.
Yeah. That energy from the Corks transferred straight to the parties because everyone knew each other. Oh yeah, I see that girl there every week. Oh, I see my man every week. So it wasn't like some randoms coming to chat to you. The energy in them parties was mental, bro. Because it was like everyone it was a community of people. So getting back to your question, I knew I was ahead of everybody. I knew I was. So I had to also, people still talk about Corks in a positive light because it didn't get stale and then it died. It died on top. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, okay, that's enough of this. What else am I going to do? And that's when radio came.
Oh yeah, because then obviously you was on Capital, was it Capital
Choice.
Extra? He was on Choice before it was
Yeah.
Capital.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
even before I knew Choice was coming,
Yeah.
I was just like, okay,
You was doing the morning show.
breakfast show.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, okay, that's enough of this with Corks. Yeah, we're doing a big finale ending.
Yeah.
That's that. And now we're gonna see, because I also felt heartbroken by a lot of comedians because I felt like, even with the whole Sunday show thing and some other shows that was going on, I felt like people should have definitely been talking about me in a way more positive light than they were. And then I was like, but I'm the one feeding you lot. And some people might be like, yeah, but if you didn't have all the comedians, then the show wouldn't have been lit. But I was the house though.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I was the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can turn around and say a house is nice, but if no one's renting it, it's a waste of money. But the house is still lit though, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it can stay there, but it'll still be a sick house, innit?
Of course.
So for me, it was like, I thought, okay, everybody knows more than Kojo. Let's find out. That was my energy.
Okay. That is, in hindsight,
Yeah.
was that a good mentality to have?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it also allowed me to find out if what I was saying was 30.
Okay.
Because I'm not different from everyone else. If I don't have this every week, what am I going to do?
You could have been fucked.
Could have been, but I know. Remember, I go back to, I know me, innit? I know what I'm capable of. And I know what's still yet to come. I don't know what's still to come for everyone else. Everyone else was riding off, Kojo's got this every week. So even if I need a little change, I can bear Kojo, goes, I know I'm not onto this weekend, but can you give me a little spot? And I'd be like, cool, bam, here, old £100 or whatever. So for me, it was like, let me find out what else I can do outside of this. And we're all going to find out.
Yeah.
So I stopped that, and then 2 months later, I got approached to come on Choice FM. Now, I had an opportunity before to go to Kiss FM.
Yeah.
But what I found at Kiss was, because I was a comedian, they were trying to put comedy on the show.
Okay.
As in like, oh yeah, Kojo's comedy hour or Kojo's comedy bang. And I was like, the moment you put comedy on it, bruv, now the pressure's there, innit?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if this is funny then.
Yeah.
But like every other show on radio, just turn the mic on, innit?
Yeah.
Don't put that pressure on me to be like Kojo's comedy thing and for naturally people to go, this ain't funny. But if there's no comedy on it, I can be funny because people come with open ears. So Choice gave me the opportunity to be Kojo, be myself, be creative, come up with ideas. You know, around that time, Breakfast Club was brewing. It was brewing. And I remember...
You was doing that with Max.
Do you even want to get into that?
Fam, do you know what?
Because if you get into that, it could be peak.
Fam, as soon as you reminded me that you was doing the breakfast show, I was like, oh shit. You was doing the breakfast show with Max. What happened to Max? Where is she? Where is she at?
I don't know. Online.
That was it, Max Online, isn't it? Yeah,
That's where
she. By the way, our poet's
I think she's DJing or something.
Really, yeah. Poet's got a good story.
I know that story.
I think he said it a couple of times.
I know what story you're talking about now. Yeah.
I know the story as well.
Is it? Yeah.
I do, yeah.
It was. I think he's told
I
it.
don't know who you're on about now.
Yeah. I think he's told it, but it was about like he was in the Dappy video or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like joking around or whatever, and then she just did a whole heap of switching. Maybe we can see if we can find this clip and get it. But yeah, go on anyway. So I'm just paying my parking ticket. I don't want to, bro. I've had situations with fines back in the day. I'm a big man now. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? But yeah, you was doing it with Max. Whatever happened? Like, what happened?
So I get Choice FM, and I want to co-host. Right, I want to co-host. I love Choice FM because I grew up listening to Choice.
Yes.
Jeff Schumann was my favorite radio presenter.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had spells with Kiss FM, Street Boy, and all that. Then the Chris Tarrant on Capital. But my choice, when I found Choice, like I remember going to school bussing up.
Choice was for context, yeah. Choice was like our legal radio station. It was like our first one.
Yeah.
It was our first legal radio.
Some people thought it was pirate, but it never was.
Yeah, it wasn't. It started pirate, but it
No.
There was always.
Oh,
see, I didn't even know that.
Always legal.
Maybe just because it was in Brixton at one point.
No, because maybe the sound, remember, because it had 2 dials, and it was also like they couldn't hear it sometimes. It had like a little pirate warnings. Yeah. But it was first black legal radio station in the UK, right? And the history of that meant so much to me. The history, the Lady G's, the Daddy Ernie's,
Jenny Francis,
what? The Jigs.
Yeah,
you know what
of
I mean?
course,
like
Jigs.
Like
Master Steps was on there.
Steps, Angela Marr.
Yeah,
Asher.
Commander B.
Remember Asher, Commander B.
Commander B, yeah.
CK Flash.
All of that. CK Flash, Commander B. These guys as well, yeah. Commander B was, I'm sure he was the first guy to play grime on Choice. And even on legal radio.
And even big up a Branty. Before Afro Beats was any sort of sound, him and 90% Shugs,
yeah,
Radical D, like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Bruv, one day as well, we need to have a conversation about what a Branty did for Afrobeat. 'Cause I feel like
but you should get
that
him
should
in.
never be. Yeah, true.
You should get him in. You should get him in. Like, definitely get him in, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, what that guy's been has been phenomenal. But anyway, but that choice, that was the thing. So I was so excited. Now, I'm taking over from Martin J. Martin J was also with Jeff at the time. And he was doing, he had Lucy Ambash, he'd done a stint with Asher. And I'm thinking, like, this is a big thing. And so I remember calling Blackwood. So fam, like, why do you and Kat? Because Richard and Kat had the hot show on Choice.
I remember that.
Numbers-wise as well. Why do you lot, man, just take the breakfast show? And I remember Blackwood was like, bruv, it's too much, bruv. It's too much responsibility. And you got to do traffic and travel and all of that. And they just weren't on it. And then I was just like, okay. But if I'm going on radio, bruv, like I wanna make sure that it's my first real opportunity for myself. Like, this is kind of the first time I'm breaking away from Reg. Yeah. Of like kind of being under Reg and stepping into my own. Because remember, Reg's doing Radio 1 and all of that. Like, here's me on my favourite radio station getting to do what Just Human done. You know what I mean? So I was like, I want to co-host. And then I remember, this is what happened. So what people don't know is when One Extra started, me and Max was paired together. Yeah. Max, we done a pilot show at One Extra where I was going to contribute on her show. Then I found out 2 weeks after that, she doesn't want to do One Extra no more because she wanted to produce her own show. Yeah. But at the BBC, everyone's got a producer.
Yeah.
So she walked away from that role. In comes Reggie and Dev.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I'm paired with them two. So then that's how our friendship bonded. So I knew who Max was, but I didn't see her again. Yeah. Then fast forward, she comes back. I think she went to do MTV with Dave Berry at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was doing her TV thing. And then, so I saw her and I was like, oh, Max is doing television. That's sick.
Yeah.
So then,
because she was like kind of TRL-ish.
Yeah, that's what she done. TRL she done.
Yeah.
Dave Berry. So then I went to
TRL, mad. I can't believe I remembered that.
Yeah, it was big. So then that happened, and then I remember Max going to One Extra officially now. She had like an afternoon show or whatever. And I remember Russell Simmons, who was doing Def Comedy Jam UK tour. Yeah, so Russell Simmons, I'm doing the rounds with him, PR, whatever. And we went to her show, and then I remember seeing her there again. And it was cool, and it was like nice. And one thing I love about Max is I still haven't met a female in this game. Like, I don't care what anyone tells me. I still ain't met a female in this game that works harder than her. In terms of getting contacts, in terms of grind, in terms of the work rate.
Yeah, she was definitely
like, she was 28/7 on this entertainment thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen, if I can get the hardest working female to me in this business, yeah, to cover all the entertainment stuff and do all of the boom, 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 the shit that I don't give a damn about. Like, I really don't care what Drake is wearing in Bulgaria, bro. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care who Rihanna's dating. Have no business about none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Then this match made it happen because all I get to do is get up in the morning and just bust jokes.
Yeah.
Spin off whatever she's talking about in terms of the news and find it funny. Do bring myself to the radio show and just give an audience who I know me a bit more of who Kojo is. That should have been, I think, if we lasted longer than we did, I don't believe there's a breakfast show in the country that could have messed with us. Facts. Because when we got together, I had friends at every other radio station. There was movement going on. There was movement going on. Like, you saw Twin all of a sudden get Yasmin. Ricky and Melvin had Charlie. Like, there was movement going on. Like, everyone was like, bro, like, I remember Ricky Melvin calling me, like, bro, like, our boss came in and goes, Kojo Vax is over there, very rare. Like, they certified tell me that. So I knew that this should have been the perfect pairing in radio. And then it just went left, brother. Like, and I'm talking about, if I can full on say I went through depression, yeah, when I was that first year of radio, I went through depression, bro. And it's not that depression where people have to tell you, are you going through something? Like, I knew what I was going through. Like, I was getting up at 4 a.m., bro, and remaining silent while we were briefing the show. Yeah, because Max will come in and just take over everything. Cause this is what I've done. I've organized this and I've organized that and blah 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 blah. And somehow I had to find my way through this.
Crumb.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's going on here? Because remember, Max called me and she was like, Coach, and this is when she had just got sacked from One Extra. But I didn't know this. I didn't know none of that. She just called me and she goes, yeah, what's going on that choice? Because I've had a few meetings and boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, listen, if you're on it, come through. Like, let's do a show together. Because my last recollection of her was sick. Like, you know, I know you get busy. You're a nice person. Boom, 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 boom. From what I know, like, and you're female. You're not gonna be my way. I'm not gonna be in your way. Like, what's the problem? And yeah, I was like, come through, and let's do this thing together. And with me, I know Max. Her whole passion has been radio. Mine ain't. That's not my passion. So I don't need to do what you're doing, but don't like
phase me out. Don't bring me here and phase me out.
Yeah, like don't do that. And it became a thing where at 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm not looking forward to going to work. I'm just sitting there, my producer Tola, forcing me to, Coach, what do you think? Do you know what I mean? Knowing what was going on. But there was just she was just relentless. And then every day I'm coming in and you're telling me some rumor about someone in the industry.
Okay.
And these are friends of mine.
Yeah.
And you claim that they're your friends. And you're just telling me something every single day about everyone in the game. And I'm talking about everyone, bruv. I'm talking about everyone in this game. You got a rumor, you got a gossip, you got all of this stuff. And remember, bruv, I don't care. But there was few people that I felt like, oh, that's my brethren. Like,
yeah, that's
do you know what
close.
I mean? Like, yeah, like, and she was like, well, it is what it is. You ain't gotta like it. Boom, boom. And that's how she was. And she's so comfortable telling this information that I genuinely don't believe she really felt like she was doing something bad.
Yeah.
Because it was too bold. And I don't believe there's a person in the game that shouldn't come to me about. With some gossip and news and all the other.
It's quite like sort of Wendy Williams-ish, but in a sense that like I feel maybe the difference is that Wendy Williams probably at times knew like someone's gonna get upset. I don't give a fuck. But I don't know if Max felt like that. But I think she was so dedicated to delivering
being first with the news
that she would have been
thrown
prepared,
everyone under the bus.
Yeah. And not felt like she was throwing some. It wouldn't have been like, oh, you know what? There's a guilt because I'm throwing someone under the bus. It was like, yeah, I got the news.
Yeah.
So we got to give the news because that's what I do.
Bruv, there was two people that I was really mad at. And they're two people that I respect their work. And I respect who they are. Yeah. And that was Wretch and Chip, bruv. Because them two specifically, bruv, I felt like they were gassing her too much.
Oh, Chip, like it
Yeah.
seemed like
They were gassing her too much, yeah. And bruv, like, I'm sitting there like,
seemed like her and Chip was super duper.
bro,
close,
I'm sitting there like, fam, stop that now, because you don't know what you're saying, bro. And I'm seeing the full picture, and you lot coming in defending this girl when someone attacks her online and all the other stuff. And I'm like, you lot need to allow it. Because I think I spoke to Reg. I didn't speak to Chip about it. I spoke to Reg about it. I said, bruv, why you not keep feeding this girl and giving her the code sign all the time? Because them two were fire at that time. They were killing the game. And you not just giving this girl clout, bro. Like, and I don't know why. Because I know a lot about you that you lot ain't told me about.
And it ain't in your music.
That ain't in your music.
Yeah.
So there's only one person telling me this.
Yeah.
But you lot out here defending this girl like crazy. And I'm just like, what are you lot doing? I remember Kerry Hilson came in. Right? Kerry Hilson and Max was like, yeah, it's my friend and we've been tight and And Kerry Hilson looked banging. I remember her coming in with her team and just the aura of this woman was so amazing.
Kerry Hilson is an absolute stupendous confectionery. I'm telling you, absolutely wonderful.
Mental. She
sensational.
Bro, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then the moment she left the room, I think she's lesbian, you know? And I'm like, how do you come from the interview that we just had to telling me something? And you know I don't know her. You know I don't know her like that. Yeah. So why would you feel the need to go there? And this was with everyone. This was with everybody, bro. And I just got to a place where the first year I was like, you know what I've done? I've never been someone who complains much about the scene or what I've got and what I don't have or whatever. I've never really been one to moan. I'm not someone that gets a job, don't like the job and stays there moaning. I cut out. So I remember going to the owner's office, not my manager, the owner. Yeah, and I said, look, my contract's up. I'm about to roll out. Because I can't wake up every day in the state that I'm in. My audience are texting in every day and saying, let Kojo speak, let Kojo speak, let Kojo speak. I've had lies and lies and lies said to me during the time that I'm here. Just don't need it.
Yeah.
Don't need it. And comedy was going good for me, so I just don't need all of this. And Richard Parks was like, why would you leave when it's your show? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, and he goes, it's your show. She's here to work on your show. So if you don't want her here, she goes. And I said, I'm not here to sack anybody. I'm telling you what I ain't doing. Because you know one thing, and this man he's Simon Cowell, bro. Like, they just direct, innit? He's just direct. Yeah. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, listen, I'm not here to sack anybody. That's not my role here. Well, my role here is to tell you what I'm not doing anymore. Yeah. And if you don't want me to stay, I can't stay under these circumstances. Yeah. And he goes, okay. It was a 5-minute meeting, bro. He's like, okay, no problem. She's gone. and what was mad was she was on holiday at the time as well.
Okay.
So she was on holiday. So then they told her when she got back, and then I went away, come back, and then I started again. So I did about 3 weeks by myself, and I was like, look, I still want someone, but I want to go and find my own person.
You brought Jade.
Then I brought Jade on.
Yeah. Shout out to Jade. Jade I met Jade when I was doing the jump off debates. I don't know how they came to meet her.
Remember she done the competition. Remember they were looking for a new presenter.
Oh,
you judged it.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, shit, I forgot.
That's still on YouTube, homie.
Is it?
Yeah, I remember you judging it. That's where I saw her first.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
That's where
I saw her recently, actually. Shout out to Jade. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so I moved on to Jade, and then I remember I spoke to you at the time.
Yeah.
Remember we brought you in?
Yeah.
Because I wanted that whole kind of Breakfast Club energy where we got a DJ as part of the thing.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? You know what I found the other day? I think I might
the
delete
audition
it, you know?
thing.
Yeah. Let me see if I can
With
find
you and
it.
Shaney.
Yeah. Go on, chat. I'm gonna.
And to be fair, that is what like I'm about.
Yeah.
Chucks. Like you speak about corks and all the other stuff. It's like when I've been blessed, my natural thing is how can I bless others? That's my natural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I share this blessing?
Yeah, it's your thing, as I have to say, has always been quite selfless in to a big degree, because you've always, when you've done something, you've always tried to bring someone in somehow. You tried to bring me in. I've witnessed you try to bring people in. I mean, Corks is a great example of that, to be fair. We didn't have a scene. We didn't have one. So you had something and was like, cool, this is what I do, but you know what? This is what they do.
Yeah. Even like when it went to MTV, when we done MTV Based the Funhouse.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't want that. They wanted me to do another Fresh Prince of Hackney.
Oh, for real?
But I'm like, I've come from somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I've come from somewhere. There's other people like me, like Babatunde and
Fumbi
and Kane Brown and Special P and you know, all these people. Like, there's other people, Slim, who probably had his best ever set on that show. You remember Slim's sort of Real McCoy era, A-Force days, but now he's tapping into a younger audience. On television, the MTV was that bass was popping back in the day. So everyone watched that. You know, and I wanted to share that space. Blackwood kind of left comedy. He came back as well. You know what I mean? Like, came back through Corks. Because he was off the scene, then he kind of came back. So I've always had a blessing and shared it. I've always shared it. And because I feel like that is how we really get respect for our scene. I can't go and challenge a Michael McIntyre and a Jimmy Carr by myself. But I can if we've got Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And if we do it together, that was always my vision. So with radio, if you know, Jade had the least experience from everybody that I ended up choosing, because they would only let me have one person in the end.
Yeah.
But I chose her because we just got on.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad experience. From what I was coming from.
Jade's always had a sick vibe though.
Yes, until that went left.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
relationships get like that sometimes, to be fair.
I think they do, but I think, it's something that I write in my book as well. Is that what she done to me is what I did to Reggie. Yeah. So when Reggie put me in his show on television, I had people in my ear like, bruv, man, you should be doing more, bruv.
Oh, yeah.
Why has he got you in this little section, just this little bit here where you're just like some clown, bruv? Like, you should be doing more, bruv. And me killing it on the comedy scene, I'm thinking, yeah, man, it's true, And I'm in the meetings, I'm like, can I do this and can I do that? And they're like, no, we just need you to do that, blah, 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 blah. Not understanding that this is Reggie's opportunity.
Yes, of course.
This ain't mine.
Yeah.
This ain't ours.
Yeah.
This ain't even ours. This is Reggie's opportunity. And he's brung you in to facilitate what he needs. It's not about you right now. You're still on the circuit, bruv. Don't get it twisted in it. Like, you're here, you get a nice little check for doing nothing really. Hold that. But then you got people in your ear like, do you know what I mean? And then for me, I started to disrespect the opportunity that was given to me. And I'll say it as bluntly as that. And start to think about what I should have been doing. Even to a point where I was like, I don't want to do the show no more, which would have ruined everything for the show. Because it's like, and then they'll be like, well, where's Kojo? With no explanation. Do you know what I mean? And that is one of my biggest regrets in terms of that, my relationship with Reggie and that happening. But then I also got a taste of my own medicine when Jay did that. Because it was Kojo breakfast, and then what she didn't realize at the time was I hired her, not Choice. They didn't care about none of that. I found the budget to make sure that she got money to be on the breakfast show. You're not coming on no Saturday morning thing or no show that no one will listen to. This is the main show, bro. Like, still the default channel in everyone's whip. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got one extra. Back then, DAB weren't smooth like that.
No.
So it's still like, I love one extra, but Choice is there, innit? So I'm going to listen to that kind of thing. And then obviously Ricky and Melvin are starting to bring more colourful music to Kiss. You see what I'm trying to say? And they were killing it at the time.
Yeah.
Shout out to them as well. And but then it was like, okay, I want. Oh, she wanted her name on the main title, but instead of coming to me, she went to everyone else and asked if that could happen. And I was quite upset about that because I was like, why couldn't you just come to me about it? I don't care if it's called Jade and Kojo. It's not gonna stop who I am, or do you know what I mean? Because I'm always naturally a giver anyway. I don't care. But I just felt like, well, you could have come to me, but for whatever reason, something made you feel like you couldn't. And then it was like, oh, I want to do more on the show. And everything that I was doing with Reg was what she was doing. And I was just like, listen. And I said to her from day one, I'm the kind of person that I'll wake up one day and go, this is enough for me. And I'll move on to the next thing. And I'll tell you this, I remember when I found out how ruthless radio was. Radio was so ruthless that I remember Johnny Vaughan was on Capital Breakfast, innit? Killing it, him and Lisa Snowden. And I remember they just sacked him on a Tuesday, blood. So that means they let man sleep on the weekend, chill out.
Maybe gave him a Monday. They gave him a Monday.
Fam, they gave him a Monday. They made man come in on a Monday.
Yeah.
And then they was like, yeah, that's your last show. And that's how it is on radio. That's your last show. You don't get to say bye. Unless you say you're leaving. You don't get to say bye radio. That's your last show.
They walk you right out of the building, boy.
Yeah. Or you go to your locker, your locker's got next man's name on it.
Yeah.
All of that.
I've heard about a man that's got sacked from a radio and that, and then they've just like on a thing of, we'll send you this, like the stuff that's on your desk and that, we'll send that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that happened around the Choice FM kind of big thing that happened.
It's time to go. Whatever's in the locker and that, don't worry, we got the key. We can get in there.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We got your house keys as well.
Yeah, we got yours too. Yeah, we got your address, everything like that. You just, the door's there.
Yeah, we'll drop
walk
them.
with my man. Walk with him.
That was his name as well, my man. So that's what happened. And then I said to her, look, come here, cement yourself, be humble. What you're doing is, I fast forward you so fast. Like, always remember, you still got to earn this. There's other people like Ramel London that I know felt away because Ramel was really like our assistant broadcast assistant at the time. So now the Ramel could jump on the mic here and there, and I felt like she felt that she should have got that role.
Opportunity.
Yeah, and we never sat down and spoke, and I know one day me and her will.
Yeah.
But the reason why I didn't give it to her, because she was already, and I'm so glad it came. I always knew it was going to happen for her, but I was never worried about her. Because I knew that all you got to do is do what I did and just keep doing your thing.
And be committed.
Be committed, and she was, and that's why I love her, and that's why every time I can get to listen, I listen to her show, because she's earned it. Whereas Jade, coming from Gloucester, you've had an experience at Jump Off, you're still not really too intertwined with how London moves.
Yeah.
So I know I can big bro you and put my arm around you, and me and you have natural banter. And even now, I'll never take that away. Like, me and Jay genuinely got on every time the mics went up.
Yeah.
Every time. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But as relationships work out sometimes, they fade. And it got really bad when I decided that I wanted to leave. Because all that time when I saw Johnny Vaughan get attacked, I came up with my backing plan. But man was writing movies, bro.
Yeah, I hear that.
So that's when I wrote The Weekend.
Oh, okay.
When I was on radio, wrote all these like Wasteman Diaries and all these short films that I had and all these other films. And I just went on this spree of writing so much projects, bruv, that I was just like, okay, I'm set. So that's when I left radio. I left Choice or Capital Extra. I wanted to see the first year of Capital Extra through because I was like, okay, let me see what this change is all about. Yeah. Because I was getting moved to. I was getting moved to online when Choice film finished.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Why are you saying that? You know what they're trying to do and rare.
People hated the name Capital Extra as well because it was like,
obviously, one extra and all that. It was mad, but I got it from a business perspective. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, who wants to stay in secondary? You can't stay in secondary school for the rest of your life. You got to move on.
Of course.
And some people are afraid of change and uncomfortable with it, but uncomfortability is the first sign of progress. That to me gave a window for someone else to create something new, which didn't happen. Yeah, it's how people look at things. You know, someone else could have created the new Choice for these young kids. We had a lot of junior jams and all of that, bruv. Yeah. But this generation don't know about that. Who's going to give them the junior jams and all of that? Yeah. Now Capital Extra is what it should have been immediately from Choice. Yeah. But it went all dancey and all this other stuff, and everyone in the buildings complained about the music.
Yeah, they followed that like trend that was the Disclosure, the Gorgon City. And then they was even going like real flipping
techno, bro.
It was David Guetta and that. They was doing that like they was flinging that in and then flinging in maybe a one rep cheer and it was weird, bro.
But it was like I know people heard one song and they turned over. Heard one song, turned over.
Bro, even listening to the fucking when we did the pilot and that, I can't find it.
The music. I got it.
Bro, it's nuts. But do you know what? I was looking for memory in my laptop in it, so I had to delete something or whatever. But I can't find it.
I'll send it to you.
But yeah, bro, like again, like so much things, so much stories, and like so much experiences and all of that. Yeah, but still within all of that, you still manage to like be Kojo, the comedian that everyone knows. Yeah, I feel like the landscape of things was changing a lot with Instagram and that, and like having Instagram comedians and stuff like that, and some people getting massive followers off just being funny on Instagram. Like, what was your take on that?
At first, I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, because remember, I've been a don on High Five, on MySpace, on Facebook, even on Twitter, bro. My numbers were lit. And I'm on Instagram now, and my numbers are young, blood.
Yeah, light.
They're light, diet.
Puppy.
They're diet.
Yeah,
blood.
puppy.
Yeah, they're diet Coke, blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not official no more, bro. Yeah. And I was just seeing people that come out of nowhere just popping off. And that honestly made me go, shit, so is this what I got to do now? Is this what I got to do now? I got to go and get a camera. I got to go and upgrade the iPhone now, and I got to be like, man, I have to do sketches or might have to do these vines and all of that. And then I just got to a place where I was just like, no, I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to sit this one out purposely. Because what I didn't want to do is disrespect what it took to do those videos. And coming up with those concepts and ideas and all of that. Like, I didn't want to disrespect that. I remember when we came into the comedy scene, the Real McCoy lot was moaning about how we was doing comedy and all the other stuff and this new surges of myself and young, other young comics. And it was like, we didn't like how that felt. We were just doing it our way. And who am I to tell these guys who are gone and found funny on Instagram that ain't comedy? It is comedy, but we just didn't know what to call it at the time. You see what I'm trying to say? And I always look at people like Pharrell. When Crunk was big and all of that, and all this music was going south in Atlanta and all this stuff's going on. Pharrell, no one heard about Pharrell. No, Pharrell went missing. But he sat it out. And sometimes in this business, you got to just be able to sit it out sometimes and say, okay, this is not my phase. Because you might go out with it.
Yeah, or it's not your angle.
Yeah. But for me, doing funny videos and that, remember I said to you, from when I was in school, I wasn't silly. You know, what Mo does with the characters, yeah, with the hair and all the other stuff, that's clever comedy, but it's also a room of silliness. He's being silly. Like, I found it very hard to do that. And to convince myself, don't get twisted. I sat in a room with a wig in my hand, like, fam, I might have to jump on this wave, cause like, I remember I bought buck teeth and a wig, fam, and I didn't even know what I was gonna do, fam. I was just like, right, this way, man's that. And then I looked at people like Chris Rock and Chappelle, right, and I was like, what are they doing in this period? Like, they're not doing none of that. And it's not because they're big or whatever, they just don't want to do that. Kevin was doing it. Kevin Hart had Chocolate Drop and all these other characters.
Yeah, it's true.
And he really fully went in on the social media thing.
I guess that's right, actually. Just sorry to interrupt you. It does like speak to like just the elements of like the different types of comedy, innit? Like there's just there's one side of it, and then there's also like just the casual silly side. And that's not necessarily everyone's thing. It's not it's not necessarily your your persona. Like I couldn't imagine Dave Chappelle being silly. But I've watched Kevin Hart, and he's like sometimes he's just being silly. Like when he's in the gym, he's just dancing around and being silly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I also, I didn't know how to articulate it at the time, but Hit Boy done an interview on Breakfast Club, and he said, he goes, I've had beats for days, bro, but you know what? People just didn't want it from me, and that spoke to me because I felt like I got sick ideas, I got all this other stuff, but now. People just, I don't think people would have wanted that from me because they've probably seen too much of me in another realm. Whereas Mo, for example, Mo done Sunday show, but when did you really see Mo on black comedy shows?
I didn't really.
Never.
I saw him. I think I see him do Jump Off.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like black comedy shows.
Comedy shows. No,
the Hackney Empires and to be fair, I didn't even know why because Mo's always been funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
Yeah, I've always seen him, but I've just never seen him doing those. So you're right.
Never. You'd hardly see Mo getting booked for those things. And I just felt like, so Mo really to a black crowd hasn't really been overexposed.
No.
So he can genuinely kind of come in. There's people that know him, but he still can kind of come in and just be like, "Rah, who's this guy?"
Yeah.
Whereas me, bro, I've been around for a minute, cuz I can't now go start doing all this madness. That's how I looked at it. So I just chose to sit it out. You had your white yardies coming through, and who else? I mean, there's other comedians who, would diss white yardie and say like, "Oh yeah, he's an Instagram comedian, but he can't do stand up," and then now they're on tour with him.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like that's what he found as his entry point into comedy, and he took it and ran with it. And big up to him. Do you get me? Because it's like, who am I? I never told people that if they were funny or not at Corks. Someone would ask me to perform. I'd say, go on then. I was never anybody's judge. That's not my place. The audience will always tell you what they're on.
Yeah.
And if the audience are liking what White Yard is doing and what Mo's doing and Dapper's doing online, then good for them. And they found something that they can ride off and feed their families and all that. And I love all of that. This is what I'm trying to say, but that's not me. So I've now got to sit this one out And what I was doing in that time was realistically hiding.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing.
In plain sight.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, you want to elaborate?
Yes, because hiding in plain... Go on, explain.
Hiding in plain sight is... Kojo's still here.
Yes.
But he ain't here.
Yes.
So I'm hiding like... You hear Kojo's putting on a theatre production.
Yeah.
Kojo's doing a play. And Kojo's directing this short film. And Kojo's doing films now.
So why does it feel like, you're doing all them things, for people that knew you maybe, we know that you're doing these things, but it seems a bit cold?
Because the heat is Instagram. Outside of that, I'm still Kojo. People know it's still 30, but it's like my thing went down when I didn't jump on the wave. I didn't jump on the wave. And I had to, it was tough, but I had to accept that the temperature is going to be cold for a little bit.
Well, let me ask you this as well then. How does it feel when you are the guy, people know you as this, your peers know you as somebody who was the guy, you're working on bits and pieces or whatever. Honestly, finances ain't how it used to be. Yeah. So it's kind of low.
Yeah, after radio, yeah. Oh, mate.
Yeah, it's low. That you're seeing people out there busting through, cutting through and doing their thing or whatever now, yeah. There's an avenue there, of course, but like what happens then? Because I know, I heard you mention something super interesting, yeah, where you said that, when you, before Britain's Got Talent, you went there and funds was super duper low. Mm-hmm. Explain to me your thought process, yeah, in how you felt then, and then obviously going to the show and just because that has to be, even though it's a massive show and obviously it came off very well for you and stuff like that, yeah, there has to be a part of your ego that is yeah, Peas is low and all of that, but I'm Kojo. People are gonna see me a certain way if they see me on TV. It worked out well because for me personally, when I was in Liverpool, which is where your team comes from, whatever, I play there. So I'm getting ready, I turn on the TV and I have the reaction that you probably thought a lot of us may not necessarily have because we may not get it. But I was so fucking happy. I couldn't believe I'm seeing someone, bro, seriously, for me and for a lot of us, yeah, it was such a massive thing. But for you, must have had the world on your shoulders before even going on there, right?
Before I get on to Britain's Got Talent, I want to tell you about the period before it.
Okay.
Because I think when people watch this back, I want them to really digest where I was. Yeah. So having made the decision to sit this period out, which everyone else was really killing. Not everyone else, but
a lot.
The young people that they're killing it. Yeah. For me, where I felt like I had done so much for others, yeah, it's okay, because how it works in America is, say if Chris Rock ever was going through a bad one financially or whatever, there's no way in hell Kevin Hart's not saying let's do a movie together. It's not. It's definitely not happening. He's gonna reach out because that's the OG. That's the OG. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Yeah, that's how America is with each other in terms of comedy. My mindset's like this because I understand that when you're hot, you can't just jump on a comedy show and not worry about getting paid. Just come and bless it. This is a sport that I love. So I've done it for loads of times. When I was on radio, making a whole bunch of money, I'd pop out comedy shows that I went on just to come and bless it. Oh, Rob, what, you gonna jump on? Yeah. Because that's what the greats do. Their money isn't in the 500 people there. It's working out and staying sharp and iron sharpening iron. So that's my mindset. So I kind of felt like instead of people going, let's get Kojo on some of these sketches, or let's get Kojo to come and help us write some of this stuff. No one was reaching out to me. Nobody. And for me, that was heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. It was heartbreaking because I was like, when I was hot, I made sure everyone else was warm. That's where my heart was. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I made sure everyone else was warm. There's people that wouldn't have got into comedy if it wasn't for me. Never judged anyone, never told anyone, like, oh, let me see you perform before. I would have had all right to say that. But I've never wanted to be anyone's judge. I was like, let's just do this together. Even though the people who had no experience, you know? So when I kind of, my kind of flame was kind of like dying down a bit, and so many people pop in on all the other stuff, I just felt like no one reached out to me like, oh, Coach, you want to get involved? Nobody. And that was hard to take, if I'm really honest. I felt genuinely, I can't say any other word than heartbroken, because I felt like I'd done so much for the scene. Have I always been perfect? No. Have I maybe rubbed some people along the way? Maybe. Never intentionally, because that's not in my spirit. But you can't always know how people react to whatever you do. So I claim that. You see what I'm trying to say? So that was that period. And then I was doing a movie. So I was in LA, and then me and this guy who I won't mention because I don't want to even promote this, and those who listening that know will know. But I done a movie with somebody that just took everything. So I got a movie on Netflix, and that I wrote, that I created the whole world of this movie. Every character I created, and I never made a penny from it.
Wow.
And this is when I'm at my most desperate, because I can work with nothing, bro. Like, I can do that. I know how to make £5 last a week. I know how to do that. But this is the moment when something that I've created that's made everyone else shine, I never got nothing back from it. Now, I say that before hindsight. Yeah, because sometimes you do something and then you want you want what you're doing to bless you back straight away. Like I said to Quincy, my manager, I'm only getting the fruits of corks now.
I understand it.
Like I'm only getting the fruits of corks
now. I get
today.
I know exactly what you mean when you say that.
Because a lot of the times we feel like the people that, and I'm human like everyone else. The people that I've blessed, I want them to bless me back. But God don't work like that, bro. Yeah, there's a person walking around that doesn't even know you that's carrying your blessing, and that's how people have to see blessings. We often go, yeah, but I done this for my man, and that's what I was. I done this for my man and 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 my man. I brought this one back. This one would never even know what comment. There'll be an MC for whatever me. I allowed you not to see another avenue out the hood to come and express yourself. I gave you that. But I wanted something back from them when they were popping off and all the other stuff. But how God works is someone else that knows nothing about you, that owes you nothing, is walking around with a blessing for you. So that's in hindsight. So I went through all of that, and then this film, I saw what Man Them on the Wall were doing. Javan, Purcell, and D. If they were Americans, bruv, they would have got every deal under the sun, because they had nothing but talent. They just needed an opportunity. So I wrote The Weeknd for me to play. But again, I was selfless. I was like, I'm too old for this now. No one ain't going to take this seriously if I play these youths and force it. So let me get the guys who I know can come and nail this. And it was Man Them on the Wall. Now, they didn't get paid from the movie. They didn't make a penny from this movie. We all had to charge it to the game. But I'm saying that, and you're probably looking at me and everyone else is probably listening to this like, what do you mean charge it to the game? This is your film, bro. Like, the person who took everything, no one don't know them. They know Kojo. So now I'm cold out here in these streets, but now my name's getting messed up.
Yeah, because you started it. You brought man in.
Yeah.
All of that, and I ain't seen no peas.
Yeah.
I don't know about this guy and that guy. I just know you, and I got your number in my phone book. What's going on?
Absolutely. Chuck it. I would even
Next
go
minute now it's like, right, you know Kojo. Yeah, bro. Kojo, like,
But
mad,
Chuck,
like,
I will tell you something that and this is for me just to say this to you as my brother.
yeah.
This is where I was. You remember when I booked you to come Manchester with me?
Yeah.
And I took a while to give you your money.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I remember Chucky was belling me, bro. He was like, fam.
I was low still.
I
low.
need you to run them peas, bro.
Yeah, I was low.
No, but the fact is that
Yeah.
that's where I was, bro.
Okay.
That was never to disrespect you
Yeah.
and make you come all the way there, work with me,
Yeah.
and not give you your peas, bro.
And do you know what that speaks to as well? That also speaks to the fact that in my head as well, I'm low. But I don't think that you're low. Because I know you as Kojo.
Yeah.
So Kojo is out here.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, obviously I've done whatever. I need thing, whatnot. The time's gone by. I don't know what's going on. All I know is you're Kojo.
Bruv.
I don't know about nothing else other than that. It's Kojo. I got, you know what I mean, 5-6 bills
Yeah.
there for me. I've got bread in the fridge in the freezer. I'm having to do all of that now to make sure the bread lasts longer and
Yeah.
all of this time. Bro, I remember when a girl told me that I could put bread in the freezer.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
I can keep this because I got a phobia of mold.
Yeah.
So I'm flinging bread. I'm buying bread and flinging it away, but I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
So I've got bread in the freezer to make this last.
And I was homeless then.
Oh, serious?
I was on my friend's couch in Brixton for a year and a half, bro.
Oh shit.
So this is all. I'm low. My stars like gone right now. I've just done a movie that no one's got paid for, and everyone's coming to you and saying, "Where's your P?" And they're coming to you, and you ain't been paid. You haven't got no money because you trusted somebody. And this is where I want people that are listening to understand, like, just don't be afraid of knowledge. Don't just pass off something to someone else because you just don't want to know how it works. Because I knew how to be creative. I knew how to cast the movie. I knew how to get people together. I knew how to work with people with their lines. Did I know anything about film business? No. Did I know anything about cameras? No. So I left that to the other guy because he went to film school. And I put all my trust in him the same way he could have trusted me with what I was doing. So many things behind the scenes were going wrong with that film. Yeah? And I'm not going to put all the blame on him because there was gut feeling that I knew something was going wrong, but I didn't check it and I ignored it. But in the grand scheme of things, I came and I put him on the project. So this was all mine. But I couldn't do this by myself. I needed people that knew more than me. I might be a don at comedy, but what do I know about films, bro? So I put my hands up. There's people that won't put their hands up. They'll go in there, do a car crash film, and say I done a movie in it. But I want people that are better than me in those departments to come and teach me, and let's do this together. Again, it comes back to together. I've never wanted to do nothing by myself. So that's where I was, bro. Like, I was homeless, bro. Like, and not, when I say homeless, I'm not homeless out here where man's gonna be on the streets. You get me? Like,
Yeah,
I could
but
go
you
to
just
my
didn't-
aunt's house all the way in Enfield, but brother, that's ages to get into town and work.
Yeah.
My P's ain't even set up for me to like that, to be
Yeah.
doing them kind of mad travels.
Yeah.
I've just come back from LA. This film's happening. The guy who originally was gonna pay for the film went AWOL to this day and never seen him again.
Ross Clark.
And I'm trusting this man because of the partner, the business partner that I was working with. I borrowed money from somebody. I'm now in $7,000 debt, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm in $7,000 debt.
Do you have bailiffs? Any bailiff issue?
I didn't have a house that bailiffs, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Unless they really.
Oh shit.
Bro, you know that they really want their fees to come to your
The
bridges.
bailiff was in Oxford Street, not knowing whether to step forward or step backwards.
Guys, imagine them coming to your bridges, hub. That's when you know they want their fees.
They're going to the food shop.
Yeah, hey, you know my man. What, he ain't come for rice and peas this week? No.
Yeah.
So that's what was going on, bruv. And it was like every decision I was making was just bad, and it was worse. So then I just one thing about me, yeah, and what people have said about me right now, like even when I walked to you, was like, Cole, you look good, you look well, whatever. Do you know what I've never allowed to get to me? I've never allowed any of those bad days to get to me physically. Never. Like my faith, bro, is outstanding. It's outstanding, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need no evidence to know that I'm going to be cool. I've always said, if I met Jay-Z, I will only add to that man.
Yeah.
That's how confident I am in who I am. Even if it's £1, he's going to have £1 more than he had when he met me.
Word.
That's how confident I am in my ability and mind that God's given me creatively.
Yeah.
Yeah? There's not many things that I've done that people can genuinely say, that was terrible. When you look back at my work. So I've felt, no matter what financial situation I've been, I've never allowed it to affect the execution. You watch the Weekend movie now, bro. That's a solid production. We had no peas, bro. We had no peas. That's relationships and love and everyone putting their hands on it. Yeah? The soundtrack to the Weekend. Listen to the soundtrack of the Weekend. We had to beg everyone for their track. Beg. Huss is on there. Giggs is on there. Fuse had a song that was out for 5 minutes, bruv. I said, bruv, I need that. Here you go. The amount of people that showed love was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the taste in people's mouth when they even think about that, people like Ashley Inks. I saw Ashley Inks jumping in and out of man's whips.
Yeah.
Doing a madness that had me weak. I said, yep, you're coming in the movie, bruv. Never done a film before. A Squeezy is one of my favourite people in this game.
Yeah, shout out to A Squeezy.
One of my favourite people in this game, yeah? I felt like people were overlooking my man.
Yeah.
I said, I know what you're on, come.
Yeah,
Gave him a sick homeless character. Like, I've always seen the vision for other people, but I never really took time to have the vision for myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I remember I called Noel Clark and I called Wiley. And I said to them, we need to do a roundtable conversation. Yeah, and I hope one day we can still get to do it. Because I feel like between the three of us, we've controlled this whole scene.
Comedy, music,
And film.
and film.
Like, no ego. And the only person outside of that I think still deserves to probably be on that table, but would be on the same genre as Mega.
Of course, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you could have Mega or a Wiley.
Yeah.
But in terms of that round table, bro, I don't know if anyone else, unless we're going into like radio and all these other realms. I think in a nutshell, it's film, comedy, and music, innit? So on that round table, bro, the stories that could come from that conversation would be phenomenal, I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think one day, I hope that we can genuinely do that. Because we've been the seed to so many...
Hopefully Wiley turns up.
Right? We might have to go and find him, blood.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but yeah, so for me, I feel like that's the phase that I was going through, right? And then I just got to a place where I just started reading. No, I said I'm going to be happy. So I'm looking for everything. I'm not performing in that, but I wasn't enjoying comedy. Felt like I was out of place. I didn't really know what the scene was at the moment. The whole movie thing's got everyone hating Kojo right now. Do you know what I mean? And I'm losing my respect from people that I've earned. Do you know what I mean? And people are looking at me sideways. And even you, bro, I don't even know how you felt about not getting your piece at the time. And you're someone regardless of that, I don't know though.
Yeah.
I just assumed in the grand scheme of things, everyone's hating on me right now. Everyone's just not even thinking about fuck. Like, is Kojo okay? Like,
yeah. But I just to let you know now, bro. Like, on a genuine one, bro, I had so much on my own shoulders, bro. For once I got that $5 bills, I was not even thinking about anything other than what I needed to sort out.
For you, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just my thing. I weren't like holding any grudges towards anything or anyone. I just had things I needed to fix and sort out, but I also had the perspective that whatever I was going through at the time was not lasting forever. So my faith is almost the same as yours, that like even in my lowest moments in my life, I always knew that like it's gonna work itself out. It's impossible that this is me forever.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And one thing that I feel that we definitely share in common is commitment to what we do. Like, I think that is one thing that is not even really spoken about a lot when people are talking about, you know, like cutting through in a creative industry. Just commitment, bro. Because sometimes, you know what, like, I feel that you have sections of people in like different categories when it comes to doing certain things that are creative. One, you have some people that like when they start doing something for whatever reason, shit just falls in their lap and shit just happens. They just like, I don't know what it is, but you know what? This opportunity comes, they take it, they do well from it, whatever. Then that happens. Then this happens, then that happens. And it's just all mad lit. But there's also a section of us that are like having to grind tooth and nail for every damn thing that we're trying to get. And like, that's been me. And I know that has been you as well. Like things, sometimes people will see some of the stuff that's happening now for you and stuff and just think, oh, right, like, yeah, oh, Kojo's like, you know what I mean? It's just happening for him. But they don't see when the lights was off and when it was just super difficult and all them hours. No matter how much money you will get paid now for the big tour that you're doing and stuff like that, when you add that to all of the hours that you have done in your life, it's kind of average.
Bro, what did I say? Didn't we say we're not getting paid for what we're doing now? We're getting paid for what we've done before.
Years.
Yeah.
I've been out here on an absolute super duper grind, bro.
But that's why.
But we stayed committed.
But this is what I'm trying to say. And that's why at the time when I was on radio, I just like, because I had power at Capel. I knew, at Choice, sorry. Manny will tell you.
Yeah, shout out to Manny.
Like, Manny called me like, bruv, I'm out of here. Because he had just left Kiss or whatever. And to me, Manny's always been my favourite DJ.
Oh, bro. And I don't even want to interrupt you again, but sorry, Manny's my brethren, by the way. I'm going to bring Manny on this podcast, yeah? But he's another one who's had to grind tooth and nail. And the other day, I saw him. He's not going to want me to say this, yeah? And not that this matters, but it's only because of how hard I've seen him work. And I've seen him in his moments where it's not where it's at. When I saw him the other day pulling up in the big one, sometimes when he rings me, yeah, we just be chatting on the phone. And when we finish on the conversation, I'm just like, yeah, big whips. I just say it and we just laugh. But it's just because I know like how much hours, days, months, years it has taken him to put him in a certain position where he's, yeah, it's the preparation meeting the opportunity.
Yeah, but also you can look at Manny and go, right, Manny's been on every radio station though.
Of course, that's true.
You can look at that and go like, you know, where's the stability? But at the same time, who gives a shit? Until you find a home in it. You go everywhere until you find a home. Right? So coming up to like the whole Britain's Got Talent thing, when that opportunity, before that, sorry. What I chose to do is, that's what I was saying to you, what I chose to do is just be happy. And happiness is a choice, bro. Yeah? You can sit in envy and jealousy and all the other stuff, which is also a choice, because Instagram don't say, look at me. You go and look at it. You go and look at what everyone's winning and everyone's showing you their highlights, and then you compare them to your behind the scenes, because that's what you got to compare them to, because you know you live with you 24/7. Right? But you don't see no one else's behind the scenes. You just see their highlights and you feel like you can compare them both, which you can't. But that's what gets a lot of people. A lot of this mental health stuff, and I'm going to say this, and some people won't like it, but not everyone's going through mental health. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of people are jealous, bro. And I can sit here in front of you and say, I've been there. Yeah. I've been jealous of people. Yes, I've been envious of people.
Of course.
But mental health is when you can't take it no more. And for me, it's the seed is jealousy in a lot of these people, because we're too much is exposed at once. Too much is exposed at once. And then people want to start claiming there's real people going through depression. There's real mental health out there. And it's too much of a buzzword for me right now. And everyone's just claiming it. And a lot of this is just fucking envy from what other people are doing. And you're not running your race. You're trying to run other people's races. I feel like, oh yeah, my shit ain't happening for me. But it's happening for the other person. But maybe because you're focusing on other people too much. And as I say this out loud, I had to say this to myself. And I remember I said to you, do you read? Remember we had that conversation. He's like, right, yeah, of course I read. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I never said that to you to tell you to start reading or to say a man ain't reading out here.
Yeah.
I said it to you because, bruv, reading taking the time to just go through these audio books and all the other stuff.
Well, I might as well just do that.
Come on.
Shout out to Rich.
Yeah, shout out to Rich. But like all of these books that I've indulged in was the beginning of my comeback. You know what I'm saying to you? Now, when I said that to you, I don't know what situation is. I know we can all look great if we want to.
Yeah.
But people, because especially black folks, we never look like what we're going through.
Oh, that's true.
We're good at that, blood. You get me? Yeah. We'll come to the club drunk, blood. Don't know how we get home.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So I never take for granted that just because I see Chucky doing a podcast or whatever, that everything's kosher. If I can slide you a little reminder maybe to check out a book or whatever, I'm going to do that. I don't care how people take it. Because my thing isn't about where you're at now. It's just to keep you motivated and positive and whatever. And I know reading is something that I never really indulged in. And then I started to bang out these audio books and a couple copies. And like the book that really ignited everything that I made Quincy read is Kevin Hart's book.
Okay, I haven't read that one, no.
You have to read that book.
Is it, yeah?
It's a must.
Okay.
Because what you learn from reading Kevin Hart's book...
I'll order that now.
What you learn from reading Kevin Hart's book is sometimes you ain't got to restart, you just got to reset.
Word.
You hear what I'm saying to you? Restarting means like, bro, man, I have to cut all this comedy thing off and come back as a film director to us. How many artists just keep changing their name like we've gone blind all of a sudden? It's still the same person. I don't know why people change their name. When has that ever done anything? I'm trying to find one person that changed their name that's made them better. Nobody. I can't think of one. Maybe you can.
2 Chainz used to call himself Titty Boy.
That is definitely the right decision.
Well, that's probably why it didn't fucking work. But like, I can't think of one, right?
Yeah.
So my point is just reset. And with everything that Kevin went through in his career, I started to say to myself, "Right, what I'm going through is light. What I'm going through, if we both dropped our problems on the floor, I'm picking his up. That's right, I'm picking mine back up, blood.
Yeah.
That's where you have to check yourself. If we all dropped our problems on the floor, bruv, how many people will rush for yours?
That's true. That's true, boy.
So when I saw what he'd been through and him being in comedy and him, you know, just to where he's at now, those bad days, which I was saying to you before, which are the best bits of people's books, are what brought me back to life. And that line of press and reset, bro, that line saved me. And then I got a call, and I always give him a shout out for this, Deneo. And he said, Coach, I remember I put up a clip of one of the scenes on the weekend before I played the pastor. Don't know if you've seen it. And it went viral. Like, it went viral, mad. And then every now and again, I just post it up. And he goes, Coach, he called me, he goes, Coach, bruv, why don't you do more of that, Coach? Like, I said, man, I ain't out here doing sketches. That was a film, bruv. That was a movie. This shit I'm trying to say. But he's like, bruv, we need more of that from you. And then he just started encouraging me. He said, Coach, you're not old, you know, bruv, you're tired. That's all you are. You're just tired, bruv. Because think about how long you've been in the game. Who's not going to be tired after going through it like that, bruv? And you ain't been going through it where you've had no blessings. You've had bare blessings, Wilder now. You've had all of these things going on along the journey, radio, all the other stuff. But we know that there's still to come from you, but you're not old, you're tired.
Yeah.
And that line also saved my career because I just made me go, yeah, I am tired. I'm not old out here, bro. I'm tired. So then I started reading, and then then I read Charlemagne's book. Then I bought Target's book. Yeah. Then I bought Wiley's book. Yeah. Then I bought Stormzy's book. Yeah. And I'm out here just...
I've read a lot of them as well.
Then I'm just soaking it all up. Stormzy's book really helped me because...
Yeah, I read that.
It prepared me on how to build a team.
Yeah. That's a good book. I loved how, like, in the book, they go in and out of talking to, like, team members and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sick.
Because how did he meet his PR? And how did he meet his manager? And telling his manager, like, bruv, I got you. Like, leave Land Rover wherever he's working.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
Toby, yeah?
Yeah, Toby. Yeah, he was working at Land Rover.
Yeah, he had a cushy thing going on.
Yeah, he was making peas. He was good. He was all right.
Right, but that person...
Shout out to Twin as well.
Yeah, that person just being able to say, yeah, bruv, I'm riding with you, bruv. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Then it's for real. You know, Flips and all these other people. You know what I mean? Shout out to them because we was all in LA the other day. But like, just to meet them as well, having read them from the book, it was like really nice for me as well because they don't know what their story done for me. You just threw it out there, innit? But I caught it, bruv, and it done a lot for me and helped me with what I've got going on now. So, yeah, bruv, I felt like I had clarity. I found happiness, you know? My son was coming. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be a dad now, like. So it ain't no more making £5 last a week, cuz. Like you got to make sure that you got something to really show your son when he grows up. So then, November, I prayed over my year. November is when everyone gets reflective in it. Like, people looking back at the year now, you thinking, shit, like, was it been good? Did I live up to what I was going to do? Did I get my targets? All that stuff. And then I was just like, look, God, like, I feel like everything's going wrong for me at the moment. And if I'm doing too much, just tell me I'm doing too much. Yeah. And I woke up the very next day, bruv, and I was like, I ain't writing no more films. Don't want to do no more radio. Don't want to do no television. Don't want to do nothing. I'm just going to go back to comedy. I'm just going to be a stand-up comedian. Because when I was just a stand-up comedian, that's when everything opened up for me. That's when all these other blessings happened. My root is comedy. And I always say to people, what's the root of what's going to be the root of your legacy? Chuck, we all know you do all this other stuff, but you're a DJ first, bro. Mm-hmm. That allowed you to do podcasting. That allowed you to do radio.
My love for music, yeah, of course. My love for music brought me here.
Right, but too many people go on Twitter and they go, I'm a chef, DJ, plumber. Do you know what I mean? But not known for none of those things. Mm. But you're just telling the world what you can do, but what are you doing? Mm. That's going to get you to do those things, if that's what you want to do. So for me, it was like stripping back all the distractions. I got caught up in trying to save the world. We didn't have a movie like Friday, so I wrote one. We didn't have a Wild Night in this country, so I done the Fun House. We didn't have a weekly comedy club in this country, so I booked Cork's Comedy Fun House. Bruv, none of those things was to blow up Kojo. They was to save people. Yeah, I go to America all the time and I'm inspired by them, but I'm inspired by them to bring it back here. Because here's where I'm going to make a real difference. Otherwise, I'm just going to be another Ice Cube. I'm going to be another Tyler Perry. I'm going to be another Nick Cannon. We ain't got none of those people here. Where's our Diddy? Where's our Jay-Z? Where is our Nick Cannon? Where's our Ice Cube? That look like us. We're still waiting for those people to get into positions that I can go and look at Michael Dapper and go, bruv, I got your next 5 films patterned. Michael shouldn't have to go out there and write a movie and all that. Where's that person that's got his next movie, his first comedy movie? That's what I was trying to do, all of that. And then I just stripped everything back and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, now I've got my son coming, I can just focus on making him proud and making sure that he sees his dad doing something for him. And that narrowed down all the distractions. So I just said, I'm going to go and do stand-up. And then, man was on Instagram, got a DM from this random, shout out to Lawrence, and he goes, hey, I'm working for a production company, I just seen some of your videos, and we really like to put you forward. Bruv, I'm just in November mode, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And he goes, do you mind if I show you a video to my producers? So I was like, cool. So he sent it to them, and he comes back to me the next day saying, everyone in the room was crying their eyes out, like, you know, that they really, really thought he was funny. So we'd really like to put you on the show. So I'm like, okay, what's the show? And he said, Britain's Got Talent. I was like, nah, you're mad. Man ain't doing no fucking Britain's Got Talent, bro. I said, nah, I'm cool. And he goes, nah, we really think you'll be good at it this year. You know, last year, comedian won. And we're trying to get more comedians on the show. And I was like, I'll think about it. But in my head, I was like, I ain't doing no fucking Britain's Got Talent. And the reason why I said it, the truth of why I said it, is because I was afraid what everyone's going to say.
Of course.
I remember being on radio when Nathan went on X Factor.
Yes.
And I remember Big Nasty,
Nathan, yeah,
dragging him all over Twitter, bro.
Okay, so for context, yeah, Nathan, R&B singer, yeah, he had a song called Come Into My Room.
Which is still a UK classic.
Right, was
Come
this
on.
was the tune, bro.
Come
I can't
on.
play too much of it.
Or any of it.
Yeah, that was a oh my god, bro. Yeah, anyway, yeah, that was a fucking monster.
Nathan had, to what people believe, a career already. So we was like, why would he go on X Factor then? I caught what he was doing straight away because one thing about me is I always have a love for human beings. I have a natural love for human beings and the mindset, right? And I always go, who am I to tell this man what position he's in? How do I know that this is all he had to go left? We've seen him tour with N-Dubs. We've seen him tour with all these different people, JLS and all these people. He's tried everything. There's people out here not trying, talking about they got a dream. They're not even trying. Talking about I got a dream and I'm trying to do this and do me and and letting quotes motivate them for 2 seconds and going back to their bullshit. Like, this man's out here grinding. I've seen him do it. So, this clearly has to be his only opportunity that he feels he's got left. But Big Nasty was online smashing him because of where he thought Nathan was.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of people are in prisons, yeah, that they've let other people create for them, bro. That's 2, you know, cuz. I don't know how many of these you've been giving out.
I think 2's the most on the 2's the most on the 2's 2, yeah, 2, 3.
But I'm saying, like, that's a danger that we allow people to tell us where they think we are. Now, I've just unloaded to you where I was in my life.
Yeah.
But again, you're saying, bro, it's Kojo though. Why man ain't run me my £500 yet?
Yeah.
Because you see me somewhere else. Imagine where everyone else sees me. So I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going on there for man to just start burying me or whatever. At no point did I think, could I go and smash it? I'm never worried about my performance. I was worried about what people would say. Bro, man's desperate, bro. Why man's out here doing Britain's Got Talent? Is this what it's come to? I saw all the headlines before anyone could write anything. There ain't a black person on this planet that had said something about me going on Britain's Got Talent that I didn't say to myself. So once I got over that, I understood that, do you know what? And it was Tiffany. She said to me,
Tiffany is
my ex, actually.
the mother of your child.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But she said, the fact that they called you, they don't know you, bruv. So you can sit here with your wild and I know Nick Cannon and I know Kevin Hart and Chris Rock and all these people. They've confidently come to harass you to do the show because they don't know you, bruv. Now, so then I was like, bro, but damn, like, now I get to be the new guy with 20 years experience. That's a powerful position to be in because in my field, you get better as you get older anyway. Real successful comedians don't come in your 20s and that. It comes in your 40s, really.
When you've experienced more as well.
Yeah. You're here talking about life. What are you talking about at 20? Yeah, so now I'm prime. I'm seasoned. Ain't a room in this country I can't go and smash. I've done churches, bro. I've stopped a man getting a wine off a girl, bro, in the club in Brixton. Yeah, I've done all of that. Those were challenges. So, after a lot of back and forth, because you also hear these things about, oh yeah, they get you on there, they don't let you be yourself and all this other stuff. Do you know what I mean? And then I was just like, I'm too far gone for anyone to tell me to be someone else. So now it was like, okay, what am I going to do when I do this? What's the objective for me? The objective for me is to widen my audience, to hopefully get a tour from it, and to encourage others. Yet again, in an opportunity for myself, I'm thinking about other people. So I went down there with Tiff, my son, and Longa's come.
Yeah. The DJ.
Yeah, Longa's been my DJ for like...
Shout out to Longas. I know Longas.
And we went down there and I was nervous all day, bro, because I got there at 9 a.m. in the morning and I was on at 9 o'clock at night, bro.
Right.
So imagine like this is like a penalty for me. Like you got 12 hours to decide where you're gonna shoot the ball, blood. So man's changing up the jokes, bro. Nah, man ain't gonna do this. Nah, I'm gonna I got the whole day just going over. Nah, that won't work. Let me boom, 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 boom. And I swear to you, I ended up just going out there and doing whatever came to my head, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was that my hands were sweating. Now, all of these nerves had nothing to do with my performance, what I was gonna say, the judges, or the audience.
It was everyone else.
It was Black Twitter.
And it was our scene, yeah. Black Twitter. I shouldn't say our scene, but yeah.
That was all I was worried about. So, my relationship with God kicked in because when I asked him to give me a sign, and I came back with, you've got too much distractions, you're trying to do too much and get rid of everything. I also knew that God was all over this as well because your faith has to be proven. You got to prove that you've got faith in me. So I'm going to give you the last thing that you're about to do. And I know you ain't going to do this. But you got to know it's me though. You got to know that it's me giving you this opportunity. Yeah? This is me. I'm all over this. And that's where my faith took me. I knew God was all over it, Chucks. So I was like, I'm going to walk into this ring of fire because I believe he's going to have me. No matter what comes from this, it's going to be more than what I had before. That's my victory. I didn't even know until I got down there that there was a cash prize. I knew that you get to perform in front of the royal family. I didn't know that you get to win 250,000.
Oh, serious? I actually didn't know that either. I just knew you got to perform. And then obviously you get opportunities off that as well, yeah.
But it is that thing where you only get opportunities if you get to the final.
Yeah.
And even then, if you don't win,
Still difficult.
Yeah, it's still difficult.
for facts. Yeah? So I go there, my hands are sweating. 3 comedians on stage before me, bruv, getting battered. Yeah? Bah, bah, bah. And you know, like that red buzzer, fam, you hear it in the green room downstairs, blood, 2 floors
really?
down, blood. That thing, I
potent.
rate anyone who's ever got that and carried on.
Yeah. It's potent.
Because bro, it's so potent, but it moves you like it will throw you off, bro. And you're telling jokes. You see certain people just continue, bro, and you're like, man, I rate you because that would have thrown me off, bro. That would have thrown me off. So went on there and then did what I did. And when the whole room stood up, yeah, all that came out of me was obviously you lot saw me tearing up. But those tears was the biggest few ever of all time.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't because, oh, I've proven that I'm funny. Do you know what I mean? Like I never came on this show to find out if I was funny or not. It was the biggest few that God saw me through this moment. He saw me through. Like the whole room stood up and the judges, bro. Yeah? And I just felt like this big risk that I took paid off. Right? So then I'm just emotional that I even done this and I'm so grateful that I done it. And everyone stood up. And then what they didn't show, because they chop it up to give it drama or whatever, but Simon spoke first, bro.
Oh, for real?
He was the first one to talk to me. Yeah? And he was so eager to talk as well. Because I think David was going to say something, but then he just like, no. He was like that, David. He's like, and then he spoke. And then he starts talking, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a line where he goes, but you know what? I'm not really a fan of comedians on this show. And I swear to God, yeah. I was like, no. A man ain't going to do this to me on national television.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, and I'm saying all this quickly. Look at the audience.
Yeah.
They all stood up. Man can't move to me. And all my research, I know he don't like comics, innit? He don't really entertain. He doesn't like the fact that someone's trying to make him laugh.
Yeah.
He don't like jokes. He don't mind stories.
Yeah.
He don't like jokes.
Yeah, don't put me in a situation where I'm supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't want to have to supposed to laugh.
Exactly. But if you notice, I just told all these little short stories.
Yeah.
So when he goes, but I love you, and press that golden buzzer. I was like, thank you, God, for coming through. Because not only did you come through for me with the audience and everyone standing up, you gave me the person that I wrote off. I knew all I needed was 3 yeses. Simon, all the research I've done, because that man ain't going out there cold blood. All the research that I've done, Simon don't F with comedians like that.
Yeah.
So for me to get the Simon Cowell's Golden Buzzer on day one of filming. So remember, each judge gets one time to press it. There's 16 tapings. 16 days, bro. They still got to go to Manchester. See, 5 days of filming up there. Man let off his Golden Buzzer on the first day of filming. If that wasn't God saying, I told you,
Yeah.
and even just getting into the show financially was tough for me.
Yeah. Talk on that.
Because, bro, like, my son was coming, so I was just doing any job. I was putting myself through shows that I should never have been doing. Man's out here doing stuff at Zabranos, doing some weird stuff that I'm like, what is this? What am I doing? But my son's coming. I just need peace. People are booking me for like £100, knowing I'm worth more than that. But I'm now saying, bro, I can't leave £100 on the table. Someone else is gonna take it. I can't not have my son prepared and ready for when he, you know what I mean? Like, so I went and grabbed that. So it was a very financially tough time for me. And I wanted to change my situation. I wanted to change my family situation. I wanted to change, I wanted to not make everything that I've done to this point in vain, bro. I didn't want that to be in vain. I wanted it to mean something. And when people talk about comedy, they don't mention my name if they're talking about how it started out here in terms of who really pioneered the new generation. But I've never heard people go, hey, Kojo's hilarious, I can't remember the last time I heard somebody say, boy, Kojo's actually very, very funny, Because everything that's deemed to be funny is online now. It's on social media. Remember, you got to be 18 to come see me in a comedy club. I could be 6 years old and laugh at White Yardie. I think he's hilarious and Mo and Dapper and all that. There's no age limit there. I can laugh at them on my phone. Everyone's got their phone in their hand all day. You got to find an outfit, get your hair trimmed, all that long thing to come and see me. So that's where I was at, bro. So this allowed me to stay true to my art form in front of a wider audience. I wasn't willing to do the Instagram thing. So I had to bite my tongue and wait. And it was a painful wait. But doing Britain's Got Talent allowed me to stay true to who I am and what I do, which is stand-up. That's my brand of comedy. And be able to be national. And then when Simon pressed that buzzer, and then it went out like... Remember, I had 5 months, to know who was who. Because I knew it was going to start going mad. I had 5 months to just not say nothing to nobody. Still move around how I'm moving around. But get to see who's really messing with me. Now I got 2020 vision, bro. Because now the blessings come. Now I'm traveling the world and I'm doing all this other stuff. The victory was already won when Simon done the buzzer. Because that's all people remember from last year. They can't tell you who won the show. I go to Nigeria, Dubai, LA, and people are stopping me at the airport and running up to you, asking for a picture. And I'm just losing it. Like, how? I'd signed up for Britain's Got Talent, but this went around the world. Comedians from LA and people like Samore, Karina Comedy, and Chris Rock, and all these people messaging me and saying, bro, well done and congratulations, and Chappelle. And it was just like, finally, I'm stepping into something for myself. Even the comedians were like, you know what? And this is a bittersweet thing, and me and Quincy talk about it a lot. It's like, it's the new hate. It's the, man can't even hate on you, Man can't even say, it's like that. It's
saying they want to hate, but they can't.
They can't find one. They can't find a room to actually be negative. That's how I receive that. Man can't even hate on you, bro. Like, you deserve it.
That's backwards, though.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say, though?
They're looking for it.
Yeah.
But that alone is fun.
This is what I'm trying to say. A man can't wholeheartedly go, well done.
Yeah.
It has to come with something that allows them not to feel shit about where they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what's been going on. But ultimately, I'm now stepping into my purpose. You know, for real. And I've got 20 years experience. I know how to stay at this level. Because I've walked with legends, icons, not just funny people. I've walked with Chappelle, who sat me down on numerous occasions and schooled me. Kevin Hart put me on Wembley Arena in front of 12,000 people. Chris Rock comes to my comedy show before doing a world tour. Working with Russell Simmons for a year in New York. Like I'm a boy from Hackney. Wilding out for 3 seasons.
I know. Wilding out, bro. 3 seasons. God.
18 episodes, bruv.
Wow.
Like, the journey's always been keep grafting, keep grafting. So many people would have stopped on one of those things that I've just said. But to me, I know that it's greater than that. And that's why for me to go on this tour now, it's not just to go and make people laugh. It's to give them an experience. I went on Britain's Got Talent, bro, and I spoke about my African dad. I wore an African outfit in the semi-final. I came out to Afro beats in the final, bruv. I said, Simon, you got to come to my church, because that's what I do. I go to church. So many people, they just focus on, shit, let me just focus on the jokes I got to tell. Let me not step out of these jokes and get to... I wasn't worried about being funny. I was worried about getting the culture.
Yeah.
Because so many years, for 20 years, bro, I've had people telling me that people don't get the African stuff and people don't get all this stuff. And I've got old white people from Bognor Regis saying, oh, that stuff you say about your dad, mate, has me in hysterics, bruv. And I've been told that these people won't get it. And that's why going on Britain's Got Talent cuts out the middleman.
Word.
All the people in the industry that block people from changing perception and allowing us to understand that we all got the same parents with different accents. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I've sold at Hackney Empire before that about 8 times.
Long from early.
But then I was told, yeah, but it's a black crowd. Like they separate how people spend their money at the bank.
Hey, that's still.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so again, it comes to what I said about how does LeBron James continue to impress people?
Word.
Because I've been doing it, but it was never hitting home. So I had to step out of.
That's the title of the podcast. Sorry. Write that down.
I had to step out of where people thought I was and get into it for real. I've never liked looking good. I've liked feeling good. I've always liked feeling good. So when I'm quiet, everyone's gonna know I'm quiet. Everyone's gonna know I'm quiet.
I've never
bro.
liked looking good. I've liked feeling good.
Because, and that's the truth though, Chucks. So when I'm cold, everyone's gonna know I'm cold because that's the weather right now. But when I'm shining, everyone's gonna know I'm shining, and you got to be able to own both. It puts people into depression when they've got to keep up this pretense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't ever want to be where people think I am, because then if I don't ask for help, I might be walking past blessings. That's why I'm so. I don't like when you hit people up genuinely and be like, hey, how you been? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm good. If you're not elaborating, you might need someone's help that can help you right now, but you're good in it. All right, cool. All right, well, enjoy your day, and I'll see you later. But you might be going through a madness. And I'm not saying to put your business out there to everybody, but if you ain't got no one you can talk to, that's a problem, bro.
Yeah, of course.
If you can't unload on anyone around you, that's a problem. So that's why I always genuinely ask people, how are you, and elaborate. Because if you're good, I'm good. Later. Don't try and go through this life by yourself, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And I say that to say, things got better for me when my son came and my relationship with Tiffany, because I just went away from everything and just started doing funny videos, you know what I mean, with me and my missus and my son, and that was my happy space. It wasn't comedy. It wasn't none of those things that I've given my whole life to. They didn't love me back like that, but I was getting love here. So I just felt deep in that, and that gave me a whole new energy through reading as well. It just changed my whole life, and just admit where you are to get to where you want to get to.
Bro, like seriously, man, as someone who's like watched you for a long time and seen just the different things that you've done and being like just so important to what the comedy scene is today, bro. I just think it's so inspiring watching you in this new chapter in your life. And like the beginning of this, the end of last year, 2019, I've written down like, I've never done this before, but I just did it this time around. I just wrote down in detail like things that I wanted to do and achieve and like just like goals and just like loads of different stuff. It's like, it's probably the neatest and most elaborate thing that I've ever wrote in my life. And it's just for me, innit? But there's one thing in it that like is something that I've wanted to do more so this year, is sit down and just like have conversations with people like you and just like let you discuss, you know, your journey and just have these interesting conversations with interesting people that have X amount of substance in it. And today is just a perfect example of the type of conversations I want to start having this year. And bro, congratulations, bro. I know that this is literally just now the start of another part of your life and your career in that, yeah. But all the preparation that you've put in throughout all of these years shows that you're like, now that the opportunity is there, it's easy. This is water on a duck's back for you. It's water on a duck's. You going up and down the country and doing shows in all of these places, these weird places that I shouldn't say weird.
They're weird, bro.
So yeah,
some of them we can't even spell. Fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you have been ready for it. So now that the opportunity is there for you to go and do it, like, I again, as I say, it's water on a duck's back. So congratulations on that, bro. And I hope that once it's all done, once you get past all of that, we can come and sit down and have a conversation about just how your experience was doing that and just how you feel today as a man. Do you get me?
Bro, I just turned 40, bro.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear
40.
That's a big man stuff.
And like, I just feel like it's been my best birthday ever.
Yeah, bro. You age well, bro. Because shit, bro. I never thought that you was, I thought you was like, bro, I would have thought you was like 33. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Nah, and you know what it is? I want to own it.
Yeah.
I think we get into this stage in life where we're supposed to have done this by then and this by this time. And I think...
Fuck all of that.
But this is what I'm saying. Because you know what, yeah? You see my video. Do you know why it got 30 million views, bro? It got 30 million views because I think halfway through, people stopped seeing me and started seeing their own hustle. There's people arguing that something ain't happened for them in 10 years or they've been in 6 months and 5 years I've been doing this and nothing ain't happened for me. A man's been doing it for 20, bro. 20. And I'm still going. And I keep saying this and I want this to get around. Is my biggest fear is God knocking my door and said, I'm ready for you. And I said, give me 5 minutes.
Mad.
Because what the hell have I been doing then? And that's what I want to end on. Because our job is to be ready. Our job isn't to tell the world when we want our opportunity. Our job is to stay ready. And as someone who I've always admired in yourself, you know any opportunity where I can help you from when I had nothing to when I've got now, even if it's Longest can't make it and Chucks, are you around? Like, it's because I see what you're doing. And when you started the podcast, I called you. And I said, bro, it's sick. So I'm saying, I know that there's so many times where I felt like you've been overlooked.
Yeah.
But what I love about this is this is relentless. This is relentlessness, bro. This is, I'm still just going to focus on me. And I know what's ahead of you is mad. So I want to pass it on to say, just coming out of my whole situation and testimony, bro, just keep doing this, bro. Because this is the key to what's for you. Trust me.
Thank you, my brother. Kojo, everyone. Thanks for listening, everyone. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, bro.
No worries, man. Likewise, my brother. Real talk. Don't get them tickets for the tour, though. Come on.
I'm going to pull it up so people can
see
man.
It. We're sold at most places anyway, but I want this thing to just go nuts, bro.
I hear that loud. Bless her. Blessings that flow like a river.